so nice to come in here and those two lights don't trip the place. So, I need a new hat. There is a new one coming in the post, and I also need to grow some more gruff. Right, new video, guys. So where are we? We've had the wall blocked up and we've had that put in. I am going to get some expanding foam today just to fill up those little tiny gaps. Do need to get a bit of timber to block up that later on as well, because it's annoying me, the sound of that. Apart from that, what else are we doing? I'm going to take the ceiling off today. So I've got an hour in here at the moment, because Yaz is just putting her wall paint on. And then what we're going to do, we are going to take the plasterboard off here, because it needs to come off. And I also want to see how easy it is going to be for me to brace some noggins in there, which I can see is going to be okay anyway, to be able to put the skylights in. It's Sunday today. I'm going to put the video from the last week or so up tonight. Just going to edit it. And like I said, I've still got some time now to consider what I actually want to do here with the ponds. I'm actually playing with pipework as well at the moment, not actually fitting it, but brainstorming how it can go. So I want it to be neat and compact, because the less pipework, actually, the better it is. Okay, because pipework is the devil's piss. That's not the expression, is it? But you know what I mean. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. Got tomorrow then, which is Monday, going to go down and order another 200 blocks. I think I've got 80 blocks here. I reckon Nikki reckons I need at least another 200. I was going to put some really large windows in here. I'm slowly going off the idea of windows, because I've got another idea. Like on the side of the ponds, I can put some really nice stainless steel, sort of like, almost like a seating, like a little, like a bench coming off it, but I can use it to box my fish so they don't get wet on the floor, and also can be used as a seat, and also could be used as a viewing platform, so I can stand up and have a look down at the fish. So I don't know what we're doing with the glass. Whether I put a tiny little bit of glass in just to monitor the bottom of the fish, I'm not sure. But I did look at the price of a 3 meter by 1 meter piece of glass, and it is quite extortionate. Actually, it's about £2,000. That is quite a lot of outlay, actually, which that's too much, I think, for my mind, just to be able to see the fish. It's not needed. So that's probably not going to happen. But yeah, let me spin you around. Like I said, that's the blocks I got left, guys, but we're going to need at least twice as much as that. Put this up on the wall last night here. It's a spare one I had. Obviously, it's not plumbed in yet. It's going to be wired up to this one. So this one is going to run the neon sign probably, and the auto feeder. So I'll have two of the Profeet auto feeders, one in this corner, and that one is going to power that one. So that one's powering the shutter and also the water feeder. This one's going to be the neon and the auto feeder. So all pre-thoughts to get it all right. But I do want to do this little gap here tonight with a bit of expanding foam. That'll sort that out. And I'm going to get some timber to block in that there, which will complete that and keep that airtight. There is a little bit of an air gap up here, actually. I do want to, when Nikki comes next, I've always planned on doing these, but I need to put a couple of little briquettes up there, which I haven't done. And there's a little tiny gap by there. But anyway, so a rough layout of where the big pond's going to be. So you can see the block there. If you can imagine these blocks coming all the way across and cutting in. Now, this was my thought for the moving bed. So the moving bed would be 600 internally. This is all going to be insulated as well. The floor's not going to be insulated, but the sides are. The reason the sides are going to be insulated is mostly because it's really nice to fiberglass onto. So I know I can do a better job. The floor is going to have, once the floor is all done, we're going to have a bit of self-leveling on there to make that perfect as well, because self-leveling, in my experience with that one and my other pond, is really good. Now, if you can see, if I don't make a biochamber where this pump sits in, there's a problem. I've got this pump now on the outside of the chamber, which brings it right out to there anyway. So I am wasting quite a lot of room just for the pumps and stuff like that to sit on. However, that pump could be sitting in this chamber, which was the idea. So I'm mocking everything up, because obviously we've got this pump which fits lovely there, and then it'll have to 90 degrees down and come in or something like that. So I am weighing up all of my options. These fit in awesome to these Awaz rubbers though, I've got to say. Yeah, so I am weighing up all my options. Yes, there's a lot to think of, guys. There's a lot of foresight. So obviously this would be my moving bed, which is 600 wide and would be 2.5 long. Awesome moving bed, which will punish this. I could put some real good food into this. When this is up to height, which is going to be pretty much not far off that, there will be some decking boards, some black composite decking boards, so I can get on top there and walk around, and I got a great viewing. You know, I could view all the fish from up here as well, which is really, really cool. And I've got this gap here like, to walk in to play around with the compact M and the L. I'll have enough room to mess around with this. Obviously, there might be at some point, I've got some pipe work just in the corner there, but once it's on, it'll never really be used. These air filters will probably move. I'll put those more accessible, so I don't need to mess around with them, maybe up on here or something like that. But yeah, so I'm not sure whether I want to put the moving bed there, because it's wasting this much room of the pond. But then if I do put this on anyway, there, the pond is going to start there. So I'm only losing about 9 inches of pond anyway. Again, guys, all to think about. All to think about. And laying it out like that is really good, because it sort of clarifies. I think I'm going to actually lay a couple of more blocks out in a minute when I come back. Oh, that's proper Welsh, isn't it? To see where all the ponds will actually be and the floor space I have to walk around with. I need to get this right, guys, because this could be my little safe haven for a long time, and I want to make sure it's cool and it all works good. It's very small, and it needs to be running perfectly, like a perfectly lubed 2-stroke engine. It ain't a V8, and it's certainly not a V12, but a powerful 2-stroke, it's a good place to start. Everyone starts on the karts, don't they? They don't go straight into F1. Well, that's such a good analysation. Is that a word? Oh, well, you've got to break some eggs to make an omelette. So here we are, guys. So, not too bad. I'm going to put my phone on charge in a minute. It's all gone swimmingly, apart from me cutting through that cable. And that definitely works, that fuse box. So I'm quite happy for that, because that would have been quite a big bang. But anyway, here we are then, guys. So the idea is, I will measure where the pond's going to be, and I would say I need to take out, see, one of these. So we need to take out that, nog it across, maybe reinforce one, I don't know, and then we can put a skylight in there. But let me take this all out and confer. Ask Nicky, he will know, because not only is he a brilliant builder, he now owns an amazing roofing company. Oh, he's such a clever boy. Right, it feels like I've gone 1 step backwards. No, 2 steps backwards to go 1 step forward. No, 1 step backwards to go 2 steps forward. That's it. So anyway, here's all my plasterboard. Guys, that could not have stayed up, because it just would have got soggy and it would have just fallen down, because this is going to be a damp environment. Do you know what I mean? Even with extraction fans, it ain't going to work. Yes, I could have been lazy. and do it over the top of that, but it's still going to be soggy in the background, so I may as well just get it off. Got this off. This doesn't actually work, to be honest, because of the moisture that's in the garage without even the ponds in here. So I think what I am going to do is put, Nikki was saying, put an extraction fan up here and go straight through there, which is a really good idea, which will just come the other side basically. So put an extraction fan up there is good, and maybe one above this pond. So I think that is probably a good idea. I think I'll definitely fit them in there. Best to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. So I can definitely put those in there straight away. Yeah, there's going to be a super tip run tomorrow. A load of crap up there from the garage before. All of that. And we'll see what else needs to go down. But we're getting there, mate. We're getting there. Excited tonight as well. Oh my God, I still can't take myself seriously. Quite excited tonight as well because Joe's live Koi Perspective digital show results are on tonight. And I mean, Joe's asked me to go on a live with him. So I'll pop on. I'll be ready about 6, I guess, to go on. So that's quite nice. Something to look forward to. Hopefully, we normally have a late Sunday dinner here. So probably see if I can get the Sunday dinner before that. It would be nice to attend with a full belly. But anyway, here we are. Full roof is ready to go. Right, I'm not going to do this yet. The more important things is still doing the block work and all that kind of stuff. I mean, this here is kind of the aesthetics. So that is going to be like that for a little while. And then we'll go from there. I'm still not sure where to put the lights, but I'm thinking I kind of want to put all the lights either side of the pond. So where my fingers are here, put all the lights down there. Because like I said, what I want to do is put a stainless steel wire from each side there, all the way across to there, with a thick canvas, black canvas to pull across, so I can dim off the lights so I've got no glare when I'm taking pictures of fish and stuff like that. Just think it'd be a cool little idea, wouldn't it? And the material would just concertina up in the corner there. I mean, it doesn't need to be a full width, but as long as I've got a nice section that I can pull over, I mean, it's better than messing around, putting up an umbrella and stuff. So it will be cool. Oh yeah, so tomorrow I've got a bit of a shopping trip to get some timber. I'm going to get some stainless steel screws, etc, etc, etc. And I'm still trying to work out this. So I might actually put some blocks now to see exactly where I want to put the ponds. Design phase is so much fun. I got so much options. I've laid some blocks out now, guys, to create a ground. Well, I want to see how much room I've got. I mean, saying one thing is one thing, but actually then having the blocks here is a totally another thing. So I'm actually going to stack these blocks up properly as well. I know it sounds crazy to the right height because I really want to see. It's just a bit of fitness for me. And also, I've got plenty of time and I want to get this right. So let me show you so far what I've got. Right then, guys. So this will be the main pond here, which is 4.5 meters to this point here. It's 2.5 meters to the wall. And what you can see there is possibly a small biochamber. Instead of the whole lot as a biochamber, that section there on a 45 degrees, I kind of like that because we don't need the whole lot as a biochamber. And then also, thinking ahead, when I say net the fish, when I pull all the fish to one corner, it gives me a lovely little corner here to rest the net on and all that kind of stuff. I know it sounds stupid, but that might be a godsend, you know, like for constantly pulling them up and doing things. So that's really nice. It gives me a nice walkway down there, even though we are going to be having the bottom drain cutting through underneath there. And we're also going to have these here. So this one will go feed straight into the biochamber. The pump will be in the biochamber as well, pushing out probably straight down or across. I don't know yet. And this one then can power a backy shower. I am considering putting some Montero backy showers in here. I am not going to lie. Do I really need that bio? Possibly don't. So I'm still thinking this is a good thing with this. We're going to have the compact M in there, which is going to run that one. That's completed. I might well put a little bit of a 45 on here just for ease of access here. So this, I might change it in a minute. This here is my 500 gallon. If you can see there, exactly the same distance away from that door. I don't want it too cramped in here. I still want some floor space, which I've got plenty. That must be about 7 foot there. Okay, so again, if I really wanted to, I could bring these out, but then that's reducing the floor space I've got. This is the 500 gallon pond here. Bearing in mind, this is going, probably they're all going, I'm going to fit them back in, but that's definitely not going to be there. That's where my compact M is going to sit. And really small pipe work, bottom drain, straight into the compact M, and then boom, straight back in. So the drain will probably go underneath, up into the compact M, and then straight into the pond again, really as tight as I can get the pipe work. Again, that with the moving bed for a 500 gallon is way overkill. So I know I can feed these as much as I want, and I'm not going to overwhelm that filter. This is the exciting bit. This is my office, my little pod. So as you can see here, we're going to have a wall, which will be up to about that level there, about the same height as the ponds. And then we're going to have big PVC window, nice big PVC door here at 45 degrees. That wall, PVC window here as well. A little roof on it so I can store all my bowls and stuff like that. But yeah, this is nice. So walk straight in here and we're in the office. It's a nice little space. It's as big as I need. Windows, I can see all of this. So again, the angle I'm going to be doing my YouTube videos are going to be about here. Windows in the ponds. I told you that I want this to be easy for boxing and bagging, photos, etc. So if you look here, so this one here is 2.5 meters. If I put a 2 meter window, 2 meter by 1 meter, which is there to there. So that will be a 2 meter by 1 meter window. If I replicate that, exactly the same there, 2 meters. So this section will match this section, which I think, I mean, it'll just look nice, won't it? And it'll be cool. So when we're looking from here, you'll have a window and a window. It'll be exactly symmetrical. That then leaves me this section of wall where I can put a nice stainless steel, sort of like, almost like a park bench, 45 degrees coming off there. So if I want a bag or box, it's not on the floor. It's a dry seat, it's a dry area where I can put my boxes on, bosh, bag stuff, so I don't break my back, you know, for shows and all that kind of stuff. And I think that would be good. And also, if I have a gaggle of people here, it's a nice little bit of seating, so I can get 3 or 4 people seated there. Do you know what I mean? We've got the office, I get some chairs. I mean, there's plenty of room. I've got to think about, I want coin herding sessions here, so I want some room to walk around. I mean, this looks really nice. A 45 degrees makes one hell of a difference, guys. I mean, it's a big difference. I'm going to put a 45 degree there now to match this one here, and I bet you that'll open that little gap up massively. So let's try that quick. There we are, guys. So that would be, if you can see this angle here, that'll match that one there. It gives me a nice walkway all the way through to mess around with this filter. You know, I mean, the gap here is big enough then, if I need to take this out. Don't have to, I mean, you can lift it up as well. It doesn't really make a difference, but I mean, for the amount of water I lose there, it's like, you know, really a drop in the ocean, isn't it? So that could be what I want. That could be what I want. Difficult, guys, isn't it? Very difficult. Quite proud of myself. I just lost about 150 calories mocking up how I want the ponds to look, and it's really paid off. There's one thing that I'm questioning because I think it'll look cooler, but let me spin you around. It's made a massive difference to my headspace, what I'm going to do. So then, are you ready for your first glimpse of Taffagucci Nishnagoi headquarters? I'm chuffed. Right, guys, there we are. So these blocks are literally just precariously stacked on top of each other, but I really wanted to get into my head what it would look like and what the floor space would be, and now everyone can see. So this will be the main pond. I think this worked out to about 2,500, 3,000 gallons, which is amazing. You've got to understand that the bottom drains there are going to be sitting on the floor, and the bottom, the height of the bottom of the pond is literally about here. Okay, so there's enough room just to put the window on there, which will be flush onto the bottom. So this is one pond, and as you can see, quite obviously, this is going to be a window. It's a 2 meter by 1 meter window. I think that looks really cool. This one is matching exactly the same as the other one, guys. It's exactly the same size, same spacing from the door, everything. It's exact. So obviously these are not going to be there. Don't want to get rusty snap-on tools. So as you're coming down here, this is where the compact M's going to sit. Now, the compact M will be there. This is one of the ideas that I've thought, because we've got this 45 degree for the door here. This will be the office. Walk into the office, guys. Windows will be sat on here to about there, and then we'll have a flat top. I'm going to put a bit of rubber on there to make sure it's waterproof so I can store my bowls and all on top. So yeah, this is inside the office, which is way big enough, you know what I mean? I'm actually going to take all of these cabinets out because some of these are collapsed underneath. So I'm going to keep the doors because they're great, but I'm going to get new carcasses to go in here. As we come across here, as you can see, I've got a 45 degree here, which gives me great access. The pond pumps and all are going to sit in here perfectly cut in. If I want a shower, that'll come across, and this is something I'm going to think about later on, but the shower will be sat exactly in the middle, which will probably be about there. Or maybe I'll have the shower on the back wall. I don't know. I mean, that's a good shout on the back wall, or maybe I'll have the shower, if I do one on here, with the shower bang in the middle of the window here, shower bang in the middle of the window there. Bit of turbulence on the back end, that's pretty cool. So we'll have the compact M there. Plenty of room to get in here now, guys. Obviously, it's going to be a bit tricky to get in and around there, but these things are built to last, and you can stand on that all day long and bounce around, and it is not going to break. It's the beautiful thing about these Awaz. They are absolutely solid. Yeah, black PVC windows and doors going in there. Computer, nice, you know. But this is the only thing that I'm thinking about, and I think I will do it, guys, because I want it to match. Now, where this is coming out to here, if I draw a line straight across there, I think I'm going to 45 degree just this corner here. So we've got a lovely funnel into the compact M, and for me, it's the only corner that is 45 degrees. I know it sounds stupid, but that does my nut in. So what we'll do is, I'm fiberglass now anyway, guys, so there's no harm. So we'll cut that to 45 degrees. Which will give us a little bit better access to the drum, and also it'll match everything. And as you can see, we've got quite a lot of full wall space in here. I'm really quite chuffed. That's a big pond, guys. I mean, it's not the depth of a normal. It's going to be 1 meter depth. A normal good pond is about, what, 1.5? So we're about half a meter off. But if this did have the half a meter, we'd be up to about 4,000 gallons in this pond. So the surface area is really good. This one's 500 gallons, like I kept saying. I could bring this one out. I could bring that one out. Do I? I don't know. I could bring it literally out another, well, a lot more. But then I'm not going to have all this space in the middle. Imagine now us, I mean, all in the middle here, just having a chat. There is loads of room. Guys, I can't touch each pond. There's a massive gag in the centre. And here on the wall is where I'm going to do a stainless steel seating bench. So it's not going to be wide, it's going to be wide enough to put boxes on. You know, like when you're boxing fish and the floor is wet and it all gets soggy. Nah, not in my world. In my world, we have a stainless steel little 45 degree bench here. Lovely. All the floor in here as well, guys, is going to be quite possibly that medical grade floor that I've got in my tattoo shop. I've got a good mate that lives on this street that does it, so he'll give me a cracking price. And it'll all be tanked. It'll all come up on the sides of all of these. So I can just jet wash it all out, straight out onto the back alley, and there's literally a drain right there. Yeah, I mean, there we are, guys. This is me looking at the fish in the future. Do you know what I mean? It's I think this is the setup that I'm going for, apart from that 45 degree section there. I might take those down and do the 45 degrees, just because I want to see it. Give me 2 minutes. Guys, I'll take it back. I haven't got any, half block cuts, so I can't really do that at a 45 degree. But, yeah, it's definitely the way ahead, I think that would be lovely. Absolutely buzzing. Oh, Vince, I've done a little dry block work feel to how Taffagucci headquarters is going to be. So about 2,500, 3,000 gallon there with a 2 meter window. 500 gallons going to be there. Don't look at the toolboxes. 2 meter window. This is going to be 45 degrees though to match that. We're going to have a compact M in there. We're going to have my office in there. Black PVC windows, little roof for my bowls at the top. We've got a compact L there, which is going to be flooding straight into this. We've got a compact M there, which is going to be flooding straight into that bad boy. And here we go. Now then, that is lush, isn't it? Nick, I've done a bit of a mock-up look. So, obviously I know this is going to be block on flat, but here's the 2 meter window. This is going to be the first pond here. Right, 45 degree here. Cutting straight up into there, bro. Right, so it gives me 45 so I can get in here nice. We've got the little office by there, which is going to be that height. Obviously, this will all be cleared before you come. That height, we've got the door to go in. This is going to be the 500 gallon, but this is going to be, I want this 45 degreed here, just to match everything else. So, I mean, this will stay in line with that then and match. Fucking lovely to put the little drum in there. But, as you can see, it is a thing of fucking beauty. Plenty of room by here as well to do what I need to do. Right, here we are then. This is the progress. So the wall's been blocked up. This is ready to, that's the first phase. I have temporarily just placed all the blocks where they will be. Into some of this is going to be obviously block and flat, a lot of it. But anyway, it's all dry situated. 500 gallon in here. Obviously, I'm going to actually 45 degree this, okay? So, I mean, it's easier to get into the compact M, which will fit there. Should be big enough. If not, I can just move this wall in a little tiny bit. This is going to be my office, PVC door, all inside there so it doesn't get wet. This is about 2,500 to 3,000 gallon pond here. Run off the compact L. Compact M is going to sit in here to run that little quarantine tank. Plenty of room in the center there. Loving life. What I have got though, I have got a 2 meter by 1 meter window here and here, and I was wondering how much it is for two by 1 meter windows. I'm not quite sure how thick that's got to be. I'm hoping it's only going to be like the 2 laminated size, but I don't know. What do you reckon? Another day. I got a cheeky day off work, guys. So I have forgotten to take something out of my diary that rearranged their appointments last week. My mistake. So what we're going to do is, Nikki is going to go bonkers. I'm going to start building the ponds. I've got everything I need here. So what I'm going to do is, I've got about 80 to 100 blocks left. And what I'm going to do is, this needs to be single skinned around this back end here, ready to tie into the block on flat here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do all the single skin, all this side hopefully, and all the 500 gallon pond. I mean, I've got a wall to go to, he can't be complaining about that. And then I'll let him do the fasciated ones when he comes up next week. So, because the plan was he was going to come up, oh, I'll come up, Shag, and I'll set up, and then I'll come the week after and I'll build him up. Nah, I'll set up, and then the next week you can just come and complete them. Oh yeah, I've got everything here, guys, so I'm just going to go for it. I've got a day off. That's God telling me, get on going. Get on going. So that's what we're going to do. So we just shuffle some things around, and we'll go from there. Here we go then, guys. First mix is mixing. Does that make sense? Right, I've cleared everything up by there, guys. So what I intend doing today is this wall here needs to have another course put in, so this isn't a problem, and Nikki really wants to double skin this. So we're going to go all the way across to here, all the way across to here, and then I'm going to tie into some block on flat there, because this is going to be block on flat, the rest of it, okay? Am I putting a window in there? I'm not sure, but I've still got a lot to do there anyway. So, and then we can get this bang on in situ here. But if I can get all of this block on flat done down here, see what we're doing for blocks, we should have plenty. Might well do block on flat in there as well. I might move my tools across and do a little block and flat there, so we'll see. I don't really want to get rid of the tools yet because I am actually using them. So I mean, cleaned out as best I can, but if you're a builder, you know that compo's not going to slide off that very good, but it's as good as I can get it. I'm not a professional, but I do have professional tools. Look at that bucket trowel, sorry. That is the nuts. If you haven't got one of those, guys, that's what you need. You can just buy one of those. Cut the end off. And guys, first section of the wall up. Auto gauge, perp is good, noggins are tight, and the compo and the beds are shit hot. That's bricky talk, by the way. So what we've done is I'm just using all of these, putting these in. I'll point this later on, but I mean, Nicky can't say that it's not straight because I'm using his bloody runs. Is that right? Fucking hell, I'm getting good at this, like, army talk. I mean, well, they are army, aren't they, basically? So now we're going to cut into this section now here. We're going to get to this corner, and then I'm going to stop, point this, and bit of a clean up, and start thinking about where I need to go, on what height, and where, blah, 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 blah. But let's get this bit done first. I've also got this little section to do here as well, guys. But let's just start there, one corner at a time. What's wrong with that cup? It's got no coffee in it. Right, guys, I done this, quite chuffed with that. I'll just make sure the perps are okay and jointing later on properly. I've racked it down to there. I'm going to let Nicky then do this fascia bit because it's going to be visible. So I've just racked it to there and leave him there. He's probably going to be not happy because one side's... Leave that there. So now I'm going to do this side. Not too fussed about this side. So I might actually put a little bit of block on flat here just so I can get around a little bit. I mean, I've got quite a lot of blocks left. Not in the grand scheme of things, but I should have enough to get up to course here and to rack it back here. You're not going to see this bit, so I don't really mind if it's too shabby as long as it's strong. I am putting some little pins and ties in the floor there. I don't know if you can see it, but I am going to put some ties down here. Just putting that back in the mixer there just to give it a little bit of a revitalization so I can use it. And yeah, not too bad. So that is... yeah, that's cool. So let's get on with this side now. Go and get something to eat, a little bit of a coffee refill, and then get rid of all of these blocks that side. I don't think I'm going to have much to rack up the back here, but then that's not the end of the world. At least I'm doing this, and when I get the 200 blocks, then I've got somewhere to put them. Yeah, okay. Guys, I tell you what, guys, shit the bed. I just found this in the fridge. I had the two of them, so I hope it wasn't for Yasmin. 2 Victoria sponges. Muffin. Everyone loves muffin, don't they? Anyway, here we are. Nice fresh cup of coffee. I got one of these. And just racked back that. And I have, look at that, I've got a set square. Jesus Christ. I mean, they're truly the man with everything, but with no idea. Oh, I've been forgetting to film, haven't I? I've been just cracking on in the zone, just like a true builder. I'm not a builder, but I'm trying. I mean, to be honest, I couldn't have let Nicky do all of this because then it wouldn't actually be my pond. I can't let him do all of it, but I am going to let him do the visible fascia of the block work, which is cool. Which is cool because I got only a few left. Let me show you what I've done. It's okay. Here we are then, guys. So I've racked back this side here, ready for Nicky to come in. We've done this. This is like just butting up against the wall. We've got this, and I've tied in this corner, and we're doing block on flat down here. Don't look at that. That was just, I'm going to fill up with compo, and that's going to go behind the insulation in a way. So we're doing this. This is the distance that I've got to play with my pumps. I have measured it. It is okay. So, and then on the floor here, we've got the 45 degrees. Probably won't let Nicky do that. Probably he's going to go, oh, you should have grinded that. Well, I will. But what I'll do is now I'll rack back this here. and then probably we'll wait for Nikki then to do this. I mean, I've done this, it just needs to be swept off. I've pointed it, ain't too bad, but you can't see that, but you're going to be able to see all of this. So I'll leave that bit for Nikki. If I've got any blocks left, might pull these across and maybe just start racking up the back. I don't know. But we will see where we end up. But you can kind of see what size the pond's going to be now, guys. So you can see what I've done is I've just butted up against here. So it's double skin. Give this a bit of a wash off. I mean, this is a little bit proud here, but what I'll do is I'll take this back by just pulling some of the insulation out of the Kingspan. So that's not going to be at the end of the world. But yeah, it's cooler. I've got one more pipe that I do want to put through here. So I do have to measure because I want the other side to match this one. I am going to pre-install a pipe here, a 2-inch pipe ready for a shower. Not 100% sure yet where I want it. But what I am going to do is measure it later on. Now, obviously, we've got 25mm Kingspan, which is going to go on this. But what I can do is, when this all goes off, I can just grind a little channel so the pipe will fit half in this and then half in the Kingspan. So we don't lose too much integrity of the strength of this, even though we've got that there anyway. Nikki just over complicates things and makes things way over bloody things. Oh, I'm going to reinforce these beds. Dude, it's a little pond. Right, so yeah, so we've got pipes here and I've got some awesome stainless steel 2-inch pipes here, which I am going to utilise that for all the pipe work in here. Not what you can't see, that's just going to be probably pressure pipe, I would have thought. But we are getting there. We are getting there. So you can see the height of the pond. It's all looking good. Let's crack on with this now before this compo goes off. It's my last mix of the day. So let's get it done and tidy up and we'll have a little conclusion. Do you know what, guys? Amazing. So it looks actually small from behind me, but we'll put you in a different angle in a minute. But listen, what a brilliant day off. Still not finished yet, actually. I'm going to mess around with a bit of pipe work. That's all the blocks, bar 5 full blocks and a couple of small ones. So I didn't have enough room to rack these back anymore. I'm quite proud of myself. I'm actually considering doing the rest myself. So I've got another 200 blocks come in 2 days. So it's Tuesday today. Thursday they're meant to be delivered. I'm actually going to go down to Travis Perkins right now and order a... let me just see. Come with me. Just another ton of sand. So I've got half a ton there. But I'm definitely going to need another ton. So I might just go and get them to deliver another ton. But there we are, guys. I mean, if I have made a mistake, I should have probably... So I've got a half cut there, and I should have put a half cut down the bottom, but I just thought that that would have been the better way to do it. And it's just racked back a little bit. But it's not a problem. Actually, I haven't made a mistake there because it's block on flat going right here to keep in line with this. So that is where it comes, and then it cuts into 45 degrees. Probably should have thought about cutting that, but I don't know. I think the other one will flip on the top. I don't know. But anyway, we'll I'll reinforce that with some steel, that corner there. Hopefully Nikki will come down. But as you can see, guys, I've kind of... It's quite tidy down there. I just need to give it a brush off. And just give it a light brush over in a minute. I've actually packed that little section in there. So I'm really chuffed. The bottom drain, yeah, so this will be way off. And I will actually just, I've got core drill bits. So I'll actually core drill the drain out. I mean, I could have left a little block out, but I've got a core driller, so I like to make things hard for myself. And it will be perfect then as well. Got a core drill wherever this, however I decide to do that pipe work is going to be there. But like I said, I want another one of those there. So I've got another one of these anyway, another one there, which I'm going to cap off for now. But I'm going to sneeze. Good one. So I am going to obviously do a little bit of 2-inch pipe work underneath here and up that wall. How? Not quite sure yet. I'll work that out when I'm getting there. Grinding out, it's okay. I can do that kind of stuff. Yes, super chuffed. Like I said, I am super chuffed. So bottom drain's going to be fitted, situated, comes straight across. It's going to go through that gap there. Oh, it's going to come across. And I'm going to make something like this, guys. This is real nice and solid. So maybe I should have done this in pressure pipe because it is solid. But I want to make exactly the same kind of shabumpkins there, which will go here. The only thing is this here will be facing that way to cut straight in. Do you know what I mean? So we'll have a I don't know yet. This is all things that we're going to do, but this is a really good way. We can rod down there all the way through if we need to. It's a great little overflow which goes straight in, and we'll do exactly the same that side. What I'll probably have to do is cut this 3-inch off here and reuse this kind of stuff for the waste, but that's okay. We can all do that. Am I going to use these? I'm not too sure, guys. I'm thinking about putting the slide valves really high on the walls. We'll see. I do fancy using slide valves just because they are huge and they're way better, yes. However, I think I can live with slide valves in here. Everyone's going to go, use ball valves, use ball valves. Remember the ball valve that failed out there? Yes. The slide valve. Yes, there was a slide valve that failed out there. However, it was a small 2-inch one that I used every time. I used it about 2 or 3 times a week to purge my Easy Pod. This will hardly be used. It'd be used once in a blue moon if something goes wrong with the system that I've got to block it off. And I'm going to put it so high up on the level of the pond that if something does happen, there's only a tiny bit that's going to fall out of the water. Does that make sense? It's not very good English then. So, yes, I am well chuffed. Look at that. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. Right, I'm going to do some more calculations and some more thinking now. I've got to go down to B&Q and I've got to go down to Travis Perkins. Okay, I'll be back soon. Quick measure up, guys. So this is the center where the bottom drain is going to go. This is the center of the pond. That's the center of the pond. That's the center of the pond. That means that this bottom drain, we can put one straight across, core drill it there, and it will literally sit perfectly all the way across there and come up. So I can match that one exactly right next to it, which is cool. So we'll have 2 of those exactly the same. They might even be able to share the same overflow. So I could probably just get that to go straight across onto a T, which will go straight into the 3-inch waste from this one. Boom, boom, boom. That would look really neat, wouldn't it? The Momentero Backy showers are a meter wide. So if this is the center, this is one side of the Backy shower. That is the other side of the Backy shower. Obviously, this is going to be way too low for the Backy shower to sit because it's going to be just off the floor, off the water level, and it's just going to damage fish. So there might be an option where I'm probably going to block up again, one more block on there to get to sit, or an alternative is I have some really beautiful stainless steel there, so I might well make sort of like an angle, like something to go there. But the reason I wanted to measure that is perfect. So this is where the end of the Backy shower is. So right about here is probably where the 2-inch pipe will come up and feed. You know, it'll come up from there and feed the Backy shower. So I will chase a little groove all the way down there, and then it will probably maybe a 45 to wherever it's got to go, core drill it down here, and then this will go to there. So it depends how the pump's going to be, if the pumps are offset or something like that, and then always are offset. So I mean, sometimes it's a godsend, sometimes it's a pain in the ass, but that's what we'll do. So the pump will just go straight down and power that. So that means that this system will have 2 pumps on it, guys. I mean, I could run it without the Backy shower, but in my mind, the Backy shower is going to be essential for this system, because if this is running the K1, that is going to have to be running for the cockle shells. I know it sounds stupid, guys, but I'm going to literally fill the backy shower with a mixture of a bit of media and mostly cockle shells. So it's going to be a bit of a 50-50 cockle shells and media, because that will stabilize my pH beautifully. Yeah, so yeah, we've got that. We'll have one return. Where's the return going to be? It depends. I'd like to get it. In fact, it will probably be bang on central, because by the time I've got that pump put on, I might do it now actually, hang on. Now guys, quick mock-up. Don't look at this bar. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, again, I've got them, so I'll use them. I've got some lovely stainless steel bar there, and I've got another load as well. So that is 316 stainless steel. So what I'll probably do, I've got a welder, so I'll probably just make a lovely little bracket for this to sit on perfectly. So it's really I mean, I want this place to be bomb proof, right? So that will sit there, or I could turn it down so it goes this way. But if it sits there, this is the center of the pond, that's the pump. Imagine this now with 190 coming straight through, and that will go straight through the wall. Literally perfect height. It's just a perfect height, I think. What I will do as well, on this 2-inch inlet, I'm going to put a little slide valve, which will be right up against the wall. I'm not going to put a ball valve. I mean, I've got ball valves, like I've got this one here. The problem with these is, if I put those on there, ironically, that would fit. So if I put that ball valve on there, that would get a 90 on it, I reckon. But I'm going to use slide valves. Very good quality slide valves. So if anybody knows the best quality slide valves I can get, let me know. I mean, you can get really nice stainless steel ones, 2-inch ones. So that might be in fact, you can get stainless steel ball valves, which are really small. I don't think they cost the earth, and just for that one, be good. This one, again, will be very similar. Probably orientate it the same like that, a little thing, and then it'll go straight from there. I can go straight down in, and then I might well put the UV on that line. I don't know yet. I'm not 100% sure. So we'll see. Yeah, so in my mind, guys, this is going to have one return, okay? Bear in mind, I'm going to do the calculations now for the volume. I'll make sure I calculate the 25mm king span. Not going to king span the floor. Pissing in the wind there, no point. But the walls I will, because it's really nice to fiberglass against, I'm not going to lie. And we'll see. Actually, let's do the calculation now. Absolutely pissing down, guys. But you know what? Mate, do a pond build inside. It's all perfect. Just been down to order another ton of sand for the delivery tomorrow now. Oh, got myself some new bits. Have to get some of these. Normally Nikki gives them to me, but I bought some. We've got a new builder's line. And I got a couple of those bad boys. So yeah, that'll keep me going. Koi man. Right. So what we were doing, actually I was going to do the volume, wasn't I? So what we'll do now is I'll do the volume of the pond, and it'll be exact. No fucking around. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's not as much as I want, but the surface area is really good. I mean, it's because it's shallow, but then it doesn't make a difference. The surface area I want. As I expected, pretty much bang on 2,000 gallons. Obviously, the surface area looks way bigger, but it's shallower. So it's 2,000 gallons on the button, which is great. We're going to have two 1,000s, but I've settled for one 2,000, which I think is better. And everything, size-wise, seems to be sitting pretty. I mean, it's quite big. The fish have got a big old swim up here, guys. Do you know what I mean? That is a nice old size there. Yeah, as you can see, it's a big old pond, guys. So, you know, one side, the other side. And if I was standing right here, I'd be right at the front of the pond. Cool. Right, see what we can do for the rest of the week. That's enough for this day, isn't it? Oh, I'm quite getting used to that now.